This is beyond extreme. Suffering in silence. Why is somebody suffering in silence? It's beyond extreme. What's being done to someone, and they don't bother anyone. We can't figure out what this is about. That they want somebody to suffer in silence too. This is also, are they suffering in silence? I mean, that's a happy card. That's a free spirit. This could be creating some type of anger would be okay. Yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or an Aries. This could even. Are there people that want you to suffer, or they thought that you were going to? Okay, that's what it is. Gong. A proper view. All right. Well, this has something to do with people not seeing something clearly. And if there were people that enjoy watching someone suffer, or you feel like I'm going through something, and it seems like when I tell my friends and my family, or even people in my community, that I'm stressed out, or they seem to be excited or happy about it. Manner maintenance. These are people with no manners. They weren't taught that as children, so they don't embody it as an adult. And I know this sounds logical, but logic has gone away. I'm convinced of it. We need to bring it back. Please bring logic back in style. Could you help me out, please? I don't speak to many people. I know that I view things from a logical viewpoint. I'm not sure how many other people do. This is consistently, constantly trying to create situation to make a happy, independent. This is an independent woman. You don't have to be an earth sign, but this is someone who's just happier. They don't rely on other people for energy. They don't rely on other people for money. When someone's not intentionally trying to create those problems for them. When you don't have people trying to stop something, or fabricate things, or alter it in any way, you're just a happy, free spirit type of woman. Save your life. Tell me that you save some people's lives too, and you're going through this shit. These would be people then, logically speaking, because here we go, that they don't know how to save a life. How to save a life. What's that? You know, they don't like the fact that you're being seen as a hero, and they're being seen as, I don't even know if 0 is low enough. Let's not knock 0. This could be -5. I'm not even sure. It's pretty low. They can't stand that you find happiness in difficult situations. You could just be crazy like that. You're psychotic. Yeah, look, happiness in crisis. Thank you. So they keep one-upping something. If this is a game, you clearly won. They can't stand it. They don't want to give you your prize, even if that prize is peace. I'm sorry. Look, the devil. The devil thrives in chaos. If this is about whether you embody a godly type spirit or a devilish type spirit, I guess you know which one it is now. I don't know if last time I showed the godly type one, because motherfuckers don't appreciate it. So here's the devil. They don't appreciate that too. This is creating mania in people. You be miserable. You're good at it. And you're good at being unattractive because of it too. These are the types of people that, God damn, I don't even know what kind this is. This could be a whole new species. 11, 12. Can you count to 20? Go ahead. 124, I heard. There you go. I see why you're angry. I mean, I guess. These are usually the people where we don't expect much from you. Except for you to pull out your fucking EBT card. These are the career benefits type of motherfuckers is what this is. And I'm guessing that you either are an entrepreneur, a business owner, can handle money. What else? What's the concern? Are you leaving somewhere, or is something going to happen for you? Somebody got some information about you and what you are about to experience, receive in a month. Let's find out what's going to be happening in a month. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, male. This would be your counterpart here. All right, there's the finger right back. Tell me about what's going to happen in a month. I believe that this is what's going to happen in a month, this suffering and silence. I don't think it's going to be silent, though. I think the suffering and silence is going to be suffering loudly. Don't forget about the predictions and the previous prophecy in the Bible that a lot of you are experiencing all over the world different. You have different books. That's what it feels like. It's not one thing on a whole, which is what the Bible makes us think. Yeah, like we're all going to experience the same type of end of times biblical prophecy events, prophetic events. The United States, it's Daniel, Ezekiel right now. In France, what's Benjamin? I just heard Benjamin. Nova Scotia, what is it? Elijah and Ezekiel and Luke. So you'll know by the things that you're experiencing. For those of you that are okay with being psychotic and sociopathic, see, it's the accepting of it that it keeps it dormant. These people try so hard to prove that they're not something, that something is now activated. It is pretty interesting. It's like being at the movie. For some of you, it's like being at the goddamn movies all the time. I don't even know when the last time I turned my TV on was. Some of you are homeless in places, and it's like you're in the audience watching something 24/7. Never a dull moment. I'm a little bit jealous. It's amazing how far one can descend. Well, this is the Three of Cups. Let's see what this is. This is either happiness or people trying to triangulate other people, which to me would be passing the buck when you triangulate someone. You don't want to take the heat for something, so you get another individual caught up in it. All the packages that come to my house don't come on the same truck. I wouldn't be ordering offline right now because there are people that are working for certain companies that are going to take those packages, repackage it, and put something in there, and it may be something that's fatal. Yeah, do not to mention the fact that hacking is at an all-time high. You're going to have to get comfortable with less. This could be the true meaning of you will have less and be happy. I said it's all about perspective. I don't think it means that they were trying to force an agenda. I honestly think it was about the need, the desire, the addiction to constantly keeping up with someone and having things to be happy will wind up driving you crazy, because everybody's going to experience loss at some point, a financial loss, as most of us on this planet. And I'm putting myself in there, and I really shouldn't, but I know if I don't, somebody's going to have a problem with it, right? So technically, I'm taking myself out of that. I know that there are a few others on the planet that don't care more about money and material things more than somebody's well-being, or the life of a child even, or the well-being of a child. Okay. Something's going to be happening within hours. What I'm going to be talking about is going to be happening within hours. It's going to start. Okay. With the port and hours, are there going to be more people showing up on ports, at ports? This isn't just the United States. This is going to be all over. So I know that there are people in this country who laughed when I was warning about ports, and you even thought that some of you were involved with this. Some of you thought, I'm on this side, right? So I'm not. What am I going to block the ports, and what am I going to go there and check shit and make sure that dangerous weirdos that are being released from mental asylums and prisons and shit, that are crazy, that have been locked up. You know that they started intentionally locking people up and keeping things from them so they could create these maniacs and then sick them, because you punk ass motherfuckers don't know how to fight for yourselves, so you have these people fighting for you. Yeah, they're violent. I should have just kept this there. I want to put that there so everybody can see. Go get your food. Go get your shit. This is one of the... Please don't buy everything on the shelf there. You're supposed to be learning a lesson about greed. I love when people say, yeah, we're learning a lesson, and then you go and buy all the toilet paper off the shelf. Please don't do that. Leave some for everybody, and you'll see how you'll always have it in some crazy way, even if you run out. And this is when neighborly shit comes into place. Here comes the neighbor. We got extra. Forgot we had some upstairs in the attic, so here's a roll or two. That's how it's supposed to be. It needs to come back to this shit, because right now we're as divided as possible. And there's one group in particular. You're all going down. Every one of you. I don't care where you live, how you live. You all have the same mindset. It's something with your species that something else doesn't want here anymore. All right. So here we have... And I refuse to believe that I have any of that shit in my fucking DNA whatsoever. I refuse to believe that that's what started and then something ascended from there. Absolutely not. But it's starting to make sense a little bit symbolically. Now, let's talk about symbolism with apes. Let's talk about that. They act out. I mean, we've all gone to the zoo, right? Safari. And we've seen these beings. They're supposed to act, the animal kingdom. Symbolically, from my experience, that shit makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. But I refuse to believe I came from that type of origin, as I am pretty calm in the way that I handle things, although I allow myself to release anger for my own self. This isn't for anybody else. Everything that I do first is for me, so that I can do things for other people. I have no desire right now to do things for other people unless it's something that I'm not aware of. I do this, and that's that. I hold a door for somebody. I don't go out of my way anymore, except for when I see that someone is a little challenged. Example, the other day, I was in the hallway. Was your name Edgar, dear? And there was a man in the hallway who was locked out of his hotel room, and he was the way he spoke was real loud, but he had no control over it. I don't know what the condition was. It looked like a combination of MS and something else. At first, because I guess I was feeling something from what I'm experiencing. I felt a little bit of hurt and betrayal, and it made me want to turn away from him and not hurt him. So I experienced that, and then saner heads prevailed, and I thought, this cat can't do something for himself, and I can guarantee you that no one in this fucking hotel. You understand? I'm going to tell you why. The staff is all black, and he was white. It took another white person, except for the woman downstairs, which you had to help, and I don't know what the hell, he wasn't here the next day. I don't know what happened after I walked away. I had to help him walk downstairs to get the key. He was locked out of his room again. Now, it was either he locked the key in there or they locked him out because you like mocking people because you're fucking ugly inside and you're ugly on the fucking outside. I'm going to say something and it's going to trigger a lot of black people. I don't think something up there likes you. And I think it's starting to manifest as above, so below. It doesn't matter whether you're in the hood, homeless, or up in the hills, up high. You all have a victim fucking mentality that needs to be handled, because what's coming is going to be against all of you. It's going to be all of the people against you. Because people now are starting to believe me through personal experience that you guys wanted to take over the planet because you felt like fucking victims of slavery. So what did you do? Some of you came over here and you became slaves to my government to attack white people. Anyone other than black. Thank you for confirming that. I think we all heard that. Now, all of this anger and hatred and victim mentality and all this nastiness that all of you threw out consistently, and you all did something. You all did. It's your species that's cursed. Is all going to come back to you at one time. So we have, these are the people, this is what I got. People who are on the right path. Whatever this path is, all right? It doesn't have to be what the highest level of this path for you, but they're happy there. This is happiness, inner peace, happiness. That's what I got. Crystal, they'll be protected. You're going to be protected in some way. Whatever that is, it's going to be some weird, just acknowledge it though, so you give them some kind of recognition. I think all they want you to do is acknowledge, holy shit, I had that, and it could have been this. See, when you have something to compare it to, you're more aware of the protection or just how things work out for you. And this is why they usually try to isolate people with that mindset, so you don't have the ability to see that. And you see something else happening, and we'll get into what that something else is going to be. It's going to be epic, I just heard. Epic. Some of you are going to be looking at your windows and you're going to be recording these people on your phones, and that alone is going to make them fucking crazy because they can't stand that people are aware of who they truly are. You see, this is a 24/7 costume now it has become. And even for the black people who you weren't like this, you don't know how to stand up against your own people. You don't know how to be honest about how you feel. For whatever reason, I don't know, you feel some type of loyalty. Some of you think you're black and you're fucking Greek and Persian. You think you're light-skinned black, and you've been protecting a cursed species for so long, and it's starting to affect your life now in certain ways. Your DNA test, you can't trust the system for that. You can tell by the way, what's your outlook on life? If you feel like I just can't relate to what you very well may not have an ounce of black in you, African American. I do also believe that people are starting to understand why I said Sumerians weren't black, but it's a belief over time. It's this something that is now imprinted. It's embedded in a DNA that you don't want to exercise. That has nothing to do with a priest or holy water. That now has made your skin darker over time. Now, I can't tell you how many times in certain ways I have assisted someone like that and regretted it. And what I do is instinctive. I'll still do it telepathically. I know people can hear certain things because I know everything comes back to me as well. I also know that I have to learn to see, a lot of the times with that came money. There's money connected to what my assistance with these people. So now the money will come back to me. You see what I'm saying? It's hard for me to just say, oh, go fuck yourselves. Especially when it's just spiritually or telepathically. But if this was face to face, I mean, I tried, just like when I had the problems at the hotel, all black people. And then the white people usually are blackmailed by the black people. So now you attack certain people in hotels. There's about to be mayhem in hotels. Am I saying, yeah, you may have to fight? And I'll tell you what, acquire and fight. Some of you think that you can't fight. You're wrong. Would it be crazy for me to say that all of us can fight instinctively? How many of you thought that you couldn't fight, even in high school, and you wound up whooping somebody? Please don't think just because someone's bigger than you, or they're darker than you, or their voice is deeper than yours. Some of you are we'll say, psychically trained in Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and Capoeira, and you can move in certain ways that you never thought. It's the passion behind it. You're going to see just how powerful and strong a lot of you really are. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm ready to fight. I'm always ready to fucking fight, but people can't come close to me. I can kill with my bare hands, and I know that I can, and I'm excited. I'm just real excited, that's all. All right, you'll be protected. Just be wise in the way that you move is all they're saying. It's sheer will. That's what it is. Look up the definition of will. Heart. Justice. Some of you were asking, when is justice going to be served? Even the police are going to be excited about this shit. Yeah. Because I think even a lot of you in your police departments, you had enough of these motherfuckers too. You will have to seek justice. Oh man, for those of you who are itching, I can feel people itching. I'm brewing. I'm ready. But see, you're aware of karma, and now it's this apprehension of, I don't want to go out looking for it. I'm hoping that it comes to me. But then you're seeing a lot of black people that either got on steroids for intimidation. It's like these Crips. There are no fucking Crips anymore. I refuse to believe there's a group of people that are this terrifying. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like when Eazy-E died, or that all that shit happened back then, I really do believe, because you don't even know when he died, truly, that shit died then. It's all fear-based. Electronic harassment devices and pushing buttons to make you feel something. I don't feel you. And I believe other people are starting to feel the same. I think the Crips, you all I'll say that just to give it to you for a moment. You separated yourself. I don't think you wanted any Latinos. You didn't want any whites or anything like that. Cool. You did the work for us. You separated the biggest part of chaff from the rest of us wheat. They will. Your enemies will do most of the work for you. What is it with the tombs? What's up with the tombs? Did somebody say that they found the black pharaoh? You can tell that they can tell that they're cursed. Their land is cursed that they live on. That's why they come over here. Is the land cursed? Motherfuckers know you are cursed. And you curse the land. And I believe something wants you off the land to remove this curse. And it's about to happen in a huge way. I do. I feel invigorated. I feel grateful to be white. I do feel privileged. I feel privileged not because of what I have in a material sense. I feel privileged because I'm fucking sane enough to see shit for what it really is. And my mind is prime right now. My soul is clean. My conscience is clear and clean. I'm good. Jails and prisons. Shit's about to change there too. And I believe the CEOs are going to make a lot of money off. Well, they're not going to make a lot of money off bets for a while because they're going to see, all right, well, it's just one side here. Race. That you are the fucking racists. You don't like anybody. If everybody really said how they felt and spoke about the experiences that they've had with people like you, you don't. It's not just white. You think everybody is privileged except for you. Even those of you with money in Hollywood, you still have this fucking chip on your shoulder. It's never good enough. And then you'll bitch and complain that nobody cares about black people, and when people show care, you show fucking ignorance. We're finished. Done. Well, let's see how you get along without the privileged. World is going to be insane. You're going to see that most of the people, I'm going to say all of the hysteria is going to be based upon these people. Because you can't be told the truth about yourselves either. You can't. I've told the truth about white people. I said that I can't stand stuck up, snobby white people. I've experienced them being racist towards black people. I'm not just going to claim that all the time to make you motherfuckers feel more comfortable. I'm just not going to do it. You need to be told some shit, and clearly you need to be told in a certain way, so here it is. We're tired of your shit. I'm speaking for the entire planet of non-black individuals when I tell you we're tired of your fucking ignorance. We're tired of you not bathing yourselves properly. We're tired of you coming into hotels and destroying it. What other people built, none of you are legit on the board of hotels and CE. None of you are. You all weaseled your fucking way. And if you did and you went to college and you made it there, you clearly chose the wrong side, as most huge corporations are failing right now, whether they're admitting it or talking about it or not. You can tell in the products. The products are changing, and I wouldn't be surprised if most of the people who are taking product ingredients out and swapping out shit are fucking black. I wouldn't be surprised. You're bound to darkness. When they said that the devil is going to go away for 3,000 years, I think that in this case, that's what this represents. And maybe you'll be able to, again, maybe there'll be some DNA stashed somewhere of one of yous that we can maybe bring out of a locked room, that we can say, let's try this again and see if we can start this and create another species without the I was a slave 12, 13, 14 million years a slave type of mindset. Laundry. You're stealing laundry out of hotel rooms. Do you forget what you did? There are people staying and squatting in hotels. Have anybody noticed though? In hotels here, I'm not talking about the 5-star hotels and shit. I don't think that they will. I honestly don't think they will hire them, to tell you the truth. And some of you experienced how personally what other people experience on a daily basis, and you did something and handled it immediately because you didn't like it. But you don't recognize how your people do this to everybody on it. I mean coming out of stores, slamming doors in people's faces, not saying thank you, not saying hello back. It's ignorance. Lucas, did you experience something? It's everywhere. Somebody delivers for Instacart, Uber, Door. Did you notice that all the delivery people are the employees, and there are less and less African Americans in jails here. I know here that there are. You don't notice it, it's so covert. The universe has them in the perfect place at the perfect time for what's coming. And it could be that there's going to be some type of invasion of different beings, and they're going to have, no one's going to let them in. These beings, they're showing me War of the Worlds, but with a greater conscious of what's going on. Where you all won't be affected, and they will be left outside with certain types of beings. Yeah, it may not even be, even in the Dominican Republic. What is the definition of republic? Or synonym. Democracy, commonwealth, self-government, self-rule. That's what it's about to be. Have any of you noticed what's going on in the government? Are there a lot of them? Are there a lot of people being replaced? Queen of Swords. Why is she here? Oh, this would be tarot social media platforms as well. Some of you can notice attitudes in people on social media platforms. Even those who don't have the attitude publicly, there's something that happens privately that now those of us who can hear telepathically can pick up on. It always comes down to, I fucking hate white people, crack ass. Yet I had a whole slew of black people coming for me because I said that you're not allowed. You understand? We said no. You're not allowed to throw that word out there all day as a you want to take everything, but you don't want to work for the shit. You don't get to use that word and put that word and take it as yours and make it a part of your everyday, all-day vocabulary, and somebody else says the same thing. It could have been like this. You pay attention to voices. I could have been a black woman that spoke a little more proper, and you may not have seen me and I said it. It's how you view things. It's really fucked up. What's up with this winter? Oh, it's going an abortion and peaceful. You seem to attack, or these types of beings seem to they seem to infiltrate anywhere that's peaceful with arguments or taking things personally. I'm talking about the DMV, restaurants, stores. If somebody even looks at you because they have eyeballs and their head swivels, how many of you have experienced that you just looked at someone or you liked something they were wearing and they took it as you were looking at them up and down? We'll say gun. Yep. And what do we have here? What's miter? I mean, I know. What's a synonym for that?
Warning, please do not attempt to perform any of the stunts or activities in this show.
Bishop's cap, cleric, priest. Please don't think because someone has a collar, it was 34. They're showing me somebody that has gun. They're strapped underneath their attire. So don't be fooled. It's the illusion. What are we looking at? Oh, well, they're a priest or they're a pastor, and they must be of God. Don't be fooled. And cut. They are armed, and they were going to attack. That's cool. That's cool. Some of us warriors, I mean true deep down, we're willing to die for this. We're willing to die for this belief, for ourselves, for this thing called the universe, for this planet that we all live on that clearly you don't like. So maybe a removal has to happen. Like I said, I'm excited. I hope this helped everybody. See you.